Hello traders, this is Rich from tradesight. This is a look at the afternoon scans for our leading stocks via our proprietary scans that get fed real-time data through the eSignal QLink product. Here is a look at what we're kind of expecting for tomorrow, which is kind of two-way trade, at least by the scans. We've got some buy signals and some sell signals, but they're kind of mitigating each other. We don't really have a clear bias either way. Definitely seeing a bump up in volume today on Apple. Pretty strong close. It's more than 1% above the day's open, almost 2% on increased volume, and we do have an upside CPS signal, so we expect that to follow through tomorrow. Adobe's got a camouflage buy signal, but that one's on only okay volume. There's a lot of things here that are kind of lacking volume. Juniper is putting in a differential sell signal about 3% above the open, but it's well off the highs, so then that might be ready to turn down tomorrow. Also seeing a similar condition in BlackBerry, but this one actually has a volume bump, so that may have a little bit more teeth to it. Also seeing follow through in Sina with the volume almost 2 times the typical volume. Moving on to the financials. They're also fairly well paired off here with no bias either way. We do have some buys and some sells. ICE is trading a lot of volume today, 3 times the typical volume, and it's about a little less than 1% above the day's open. Big volume in the NYX, 5 times the typical volume, and that one is flashing a differential sell signal. The energy patch is definitely biased to the buy side. We've got a lot of upside CPS signals. Definitely that's the theme here. The only notable standout is Valero, which is 6% below the day's open on 130% of the typical volume. Today we took a short in Valero under the 40.90 area, and so far that's closing nicely in the money. Right now that's only trading at about a little bit less than 40.25, so potential for that for tomorrow as well. Moving on to the generals. Generals are a little bit to the sell side, but not dramatically so. Best Buy has a differential sell signal. That one's 1.7% below the VWAP. So right now it's closing very weak. A couple other sell signals. Deere and Dow both have camouflage sell signals, or at least floating them for the close. And to the upside, looking at Coca-Cola possibly, and Triple M. We do have volume bump in Pfizer. The pharmaceuticals are definitely being distributed today and being sold. Pfizer's 1% below the open, and about 1% below the day's VWAP, so they're really leaning on that. And taking shares off the books.
More exciting trade in the end of the week, although we had.
As far as the housing goes, nothing really standing out here. A little bit of a bump in volume in the DHI. As far as transports go, an upside CPS buy signal in the NSC, and it's on decent volume, so that would be one that would make the list for tomorrow as well. As far as the commodities go, very strong across the board here. Some of them are terrifically strong. Double G's having a really strong close here, 3% above the VWAP right now, so that's going to have a strong candle on the chart. And U.S. Steel Letter X going for a reversal day as well, 3% above the day's VWAP and a full 5% above the day's open. Letter X also has an upside CPS buy signal, so definitely keep an eye on that one for tomorrow. Newmont's pretty weak today still, but it was quite a bit weaker before, and it's really starting to kind of crawl its way back after the earnings. So that one's definitely in motion. We'll probably also have carryover volume tomorrow. So even though we don't have a signal on that one, definitely keep an eye on that. That did test key support on the daily chart. All right, folks, as always, thanks for listening. This has been Rich for tradesight.